What we have here is a pile of candy, because what we're doing today is I'm going to be telling some stories that I remember of Si when we were children growing up. And you know, the story that I'm going to tell here in Cafe Nero, a story, you know, our parents used to often ask, and as parents do, which grandparent are the favourite. Now for me, it's an obvious choice. My favourite grandparent was always Nana Truavis. But for Si, his favourite grandparent was always Nana White. Why? Because Nana White always gave us lollies. And, you know, ever since Simon was a very small person, he has had a special relationship with lollies and chocolate and junk food, any food, let's be honest. And I remember when we were younger, we would go and spend our family holidays in Reefton in New Zealand on the west coast. You know, at the time, it was a nothing town, like really nothing. But you know, looking back as we're older, it was an idyllic childhood where we could just run free, and Nana would give us 20 cents, and we would go to the shop and buy this huge bag of lollies. 20 cents. 20 cents, and we would just get this massive, huge bag of lollies. And, you know, Simon was happy. That was it. That's all he needed. He had his freedom and he had his lollies, and that's all that mattered to him. And for me, I was more about the adventure and places that we could go and the risks that we could take and trouble that we could get into without parents knowing. And so we went all over the place with him following behind with his bag of lollies. I know, and it's the truth. It really is. He was happy, and in fact, you know, this is what Bailey is like, isn't he? Bailey is exactly the same his whole life. He's just like happy. He's got his candy or his lollies, no problem. We've bought some candy, Simon, and you know, you can't eat the candy. Some of the candy you'll be familiar with, but the girls, you know, they've kindly volunteered.
Yes, kindly.
Okay, girls, we're ready to go. So, you know, what have you got to say for Uncle Si?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And on his behalf,
we're going to be having some lollies. Because he loved lollies. We're eating Turkish delight on your behalf, even though we don't like it. That doesn't look like Turkish delight.
just take a bite and get on.
So, there, Uncle Simon, we ate Turkish delight, even though we don't know if you like it, on your behalf. Yorkie. Kind of tastes nutty. No, it doesn't.
So I recommend that to Uncle Si.
Mm-hmm. You'll like it. Wine gum.
Oh, Kiwi favourite.
My story about Uncle Simon is when he was living with us, he would always bring him lollies, and he would specifically bring a packet of small lollies,
Like,
of any kind, really, mainly jelly beans, and he would throw them up in the air and catch them in his mouth every single time.
so you're going to show?
No.
Why not?
I don't know how to do that.
Give it a go. We're waiting. Go for it. Oh my god.
Shut up, Mum. Where'd it go? Oh my god, I catched it.
You caught it, but not in your mouth.
No, yeah.
Oh, the talent. Caramac. It's caramel chocolate. I thought it was going to be more like a pixie caramel.
I haven't. It's disgusting. Yeah, that's my coffee. I finished mine. I know. Double decker.
Oh, what is it? Let's have a look. Show the
It
camera.
has like a layer of wafer.
Looks like rice
then-
bubbles.
Tastes like coffee.
Coffee?
That's so gross.
Nana Travis always used to give us chocolate button Easter eggs. I was a saver. Simon was not a saver.
Like
he would
Bailey.
eat. He's just like Bailey like that. He would scoff until it was all gone.
Just one more thing.
One more thing. I think this is actually a personal choice.
Yes.
Got nothing to do with Uncle Si.
Yeah, nothing to do with you, sorry.
So yeah.
It's basically a whole old mint, but on one side it's covered like a
Chocolate.
dip.
What's that? Evil laugh, man.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, evil laugh from Aria. Say bye.
Bye.
We are now in Cardiff Airport, which is about an hour from Cardiff. So what that's meant is that we've had to take a train and then a bus to get to the airport to get the car. So it made me start thinking about how much time we actually spent in the car when we were kids. Made me remember about all of the fighting that we used to get on doing in the car. So here we are in a town called Barry. Yeah, and we're on the coast of Wales, but I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about, Fish and Chip Friday was an important day for us kids when we were growing up, because there was no McDonald's or KFC or any other takeaway. So we would have Fish and Chip Friday, and we would be so excited about fish and chips, and that was our major thing, like I think something that we looked forward to every week. As we got older, Mum decided that to be a responsible parent, we needed to learn how to cook. For me, I would cook something different every time it was my turn. Melody would do something that was quite posh and minimalistic. Simon, we would cook the same meal every week. Sausages, peas and potatoes. For variation, there would occasionally be carrots. He just developed over the years quite a peculiar way in which he would eat his mashed potato. Now I admit we've both inherited mashed potato as a comfort food. He developed a method in which he eats his mashed potato, and that is he flattens it all out on his plate first. He's got pepper and salt all over it. Then he dabbles butter so that there are pools of melted lava butter, and then dots of tomato sauce all over it. This is how he chose to eat it, and I'm pretty sure he continues to eat his mashed potato in the same way even today. So like all children, Simon and I would spend a lot of time playing at the playground, and being the eldest, my mother would often make me responsible to play with my little brother, which used to irritate me a lot because obviously he could not do the same stuff that I could do. And I remember one story, he wanted to play on the seesaw, and Mum, I didn't really want to because he was boring and I had to do all the work. So Mum insisted, and I was playing on the seesaw, and while he was up and I was down, I made the decision that I had had enough and I was out of there. So off I went. I just walked off, and he came crashing down, major screaming, all of the rest of it. I was in all kinds of shit with Mum, and I think I probably got a hiding for that. And because that's what you do. When you're sick of something, you move on. But it's not all bad. I don't want to give myself a bad rap. I remember the story about when we were at Play Centre, and he just started coming to Play Centre, and some kid decided he was going to pick on him. I do remember, but the legend has it that I took on this kid. He was flat on the ground, and I was punching the living daylights out of him because he was picking on my baby brother. So, you win some and you lose some. I guess what it comes down to is only I'm the one that can treat my little brother like crap. Everyone else, look out. I wanted to tell a story about, you know, Simon's emerging talents in legal and justice. You know, when we were children, Mum and Dad had a leather strap, and you know, it just kept going missing. Simon would hide the strap to avoid getting punished, but when it was discovered that the strap was missing, he would point the finger at me. More times than not, it would be believed when the said strap was found, it was my ass and not his. Okay, now go.
Happy birthday, Uncle
Happy
Simon.
birthday.
We really miss you. You're a really good uncle, even if we don't really
See you very much.
talk or see you, but
Still awesome.
yeah, you're like
Still Unky Sai Sai.
you're like our favorite uncle.
Yeah.
okay? And
That
that's
says a lot.
that's the honest truth. because
That's the honest.
We don't have a lot of good uncles.
No, we don't.
Hi, so I hope you really enjoyed our video messages to you today. I have to say, it was quite a challenge to find some funny, happy memories because let's face it, you've been a shit. Yeah, there are times where, you know, some people, they grow up easy. Neither of us did that, but yet we managed to find our own way. And, you know, throughout it all, I think one of the most outstanding qualities that you have as a person is that you're extremely loyal. You're loyal to your friends, you love your family, and, you know, despite all of the tough times, you're always there. So despite us being at heads all the way through our childhood, loads of pleasant / unpleasant stories to tell that the kids find hilarious. I want to wish you another happy and healthy 40 plus years, and yeah, happy birthday, bruh. So Laurie is boring.
No. Lawyers are boring. No. Well, I guess they're kind of not boring.
They are boring, but
Their job is boring.